Hi everybody, I'm Jack and this is Raw Tropical Living. Thanks for joining me today. Hope everything's good on your weekend wherever you are. Have a beautiful weekend here. A couple of people have commented on the weather here on Snapchat, and I will say it is beautiful, blue skies, and I'm sure people in cold areas are envious, but we are in the midst of a heat wave right now. It's about as hot as it gets. Everybody that lives here, we're just all holding on for some rain and that first little break that will cool things off a bit. Anyhow, the other day I saw somebody make a comment somewhere about like this being extreme, and like sometimes like people that really take it a little bit further, you know, obsessing over food being extreme. And the only way I would say is maybe the fully raw vegan thing could be kind of extreme for some people in some circumstances. Now I know everybody will crawl out of the woodwork and tell how they're doing it in difficult circumstances, but everybody's at a different place, and you know, everybody's going to do what they're going to do because we're all individuals. But for me, you know, I've got time, and actually, you know, it's because I do videos and because I share on social media. I don't really put that much time into my own food. I really just kind of eat as I go throughout the day. You know, really, the bulk of it is bananas and mangoes. How hard is that? You know, the other stuff I come up with to talk about in videos. And this is especially fresh on my mind after I'm just coming back from the States and haven't eaten cooked food. You know, I always try to talk about that, and if I'm going to eat cooked food when I'm in the States, I try to use that kind of as an awareness, kind of how to compare. It's kind of more, you know, just experimentation in the laboratory and see how I feel. Now, like I say, I'm never going to rail against cooked food. Some people might eat cooked food differently. Maybe I just don't, you know, since that's not what I do, I eat it a certain way. Like I'll tend to mono things like with the potatoes like I do, but that's neither here nor there. What I'm saying is I'm comparing the experience and how I feel. And there's just absolutely, you know, I guess I would give up the cooked 100%, and even when I'm in the States, if it made me feel so bad, it took me a while to rebound, but it doesn't hurt me that much, but I'm not at my optimal, that's for sure. Okay, we got neighbors that are kind of, you know, trailer park type, so they're going to start blaring some music or radio over there, so if it gets too loud, I'll break and finish this somewhere else. But anyway, no, I mean, I don't consider it extreme, something to take that. I basically want to feel as good as possible all the time. And if it's within my means, within my grasp, which it is everywhere around me, why wouldn't I be as close to pure eating as possible? Now, like I say, I'm never going to get into that mindset, that mental philosophy, raw is law, you know, I've got to do like this, or people are going to be disappointed in me. That's kind of, oh wow, I won't even get into that. I might do a whole separate video on that. All the people that come out and do I no longer eat fully raw videos, and they've put all their identity into being fully raw, and then when they're not, they lose it because they've made all these statements about raw is law, and then they have to kind of backtrack a little bit. I'm never going to be like that, but I do know absolutely without a doubt that my body is functioning more efficiently, functioning better, and I feel better when I'm eating fully raw. My digestion, just after a couple of days heavy on the fruit and a lot of greens yesterday, has just flushed right back out, and my digestion is feeling flawless. When I was eating the cooked food, I wasn't like I was backed up or like, you know, I had terrible digestion, but it wasn't the same. And I had a few times where, you know, I'm feeling a little bloated or I'm feeling a little something. I don't like to feel anything. The way I live like this is I'm clean and light all the time. So yeah, I wouldn't say, like, especially for somebody like me, it's not extreme at all. In fact, it would be silly for me not to eat fully raw down here in Costa Rica. For me, I'm not judging anybody else that does it and eats the cooked food, but just with this heat, just to throw that logic back at people where we're always saying, well, we're in cold, you can't really, it's so cold here, cold, cold, cold. You know, we can't do fully raw in the cold. Well, if you're going to hold on to that same logic, then, oh my God, it's so hot down here, you can't do anything but fully raw down here. Cooked food just would raise your temperature, it would be miserable. So your logic might come back, but yeah, I mean, I'm just noticing, you know, and I'm especially aware of it as soon as I get back. But I do have this feeling all the time: flawless digestion, energy every day, ready to go, and I don't get that personally when I'm in the States, when I'm not getting my fruit with the high sugar content, and when I'm, eating a lot of cooked food in there. But anyhow, just my observations. And like I say, I don't think like if we really looked at food like it was meant to be looked at, most trying to be perfect of perfect would not be extreme, because this is our body. Do any of you guys out there know car guys? I've had a lot of friends that are car guys, and they're fanatic about what they will put in their car. I know people that are car people that are nuts about what they put, special oil, special gas, always doing this, changing this at 2,500 miles, blah, blah, blah. Why would that be fanatic when you're doing that in your body? Why would it be fanatic when you're absolutely eliminating anything that is not a food that is benefiting you? As Tanny Raw says, the toys. I'm trying to get to a place, and we probably will never get there, and I'm not stressing over it, but I'm just trying to always move in that direction of every bite of food I put in my mouth has a purpose, is doing something for me. It's not just because of a taste, it's not just a distraction. But anyhow, hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you like it, give me a thumbs up. Hope you'll subscribe to the channel, and hope you are having a wonderful weekend. Love you guys. Peace.